God, Kelly, you were 5 seconds late for your live.
You know what? How dare you? Was I? Well, I was singing and you hit the go button and it freaked me out. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Kimball's Corner.
Where the most pressing detail of the day is, can you actually hear us? Because we don't understand how the volume on our microphone works.
Yeah. Is it too loud? Is it quiet?
Is it just right?
Oh my God. So today I'm going to be playing around with the Jane Davenport.
Whoa, where are you going with that? Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Okay.
With the Jane Davenport tattoo inks, because I got some other ones in the mail. Finally, they were supposed to be delivered last Saturday, but the app didn't update from Royal Mail, and so I didn't know. And it said they were still at Heathrow going through customs.
Oh my God.
They tried to deliver them, and then they couldn't. Then we had a bank holiday on Monday.
Oh my gosh.
They arrived on Tuesday. They sat for 2 days, and then I was like, I'm opening these up. I cannot wait any longer.
And here we are today.
And then here is a swatch card of all of them. But I also made, I mixed up some of my own colors. So, from this color down are my own. And I mixed an orange because I didn't have an orange at the time. But I'm, loving them. Also, they do lay down differently on different papers, which I thought was interesting. This was on, a mixed media paper, and it didn't really, sink in. And they kind of splotched on some of the colors, splotched for some reason. I don't know why.
It's a very good indication of different papers do different things, because in some cases you might actually want that look.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know. So yeah, whatever. And then I did a swatch of.
Everyone says they can hear us. Okay.
Okay, good. I hope we're not too loud. I did a swatch of my incredible inks, and on this paper, it's never happened before. But as I was writing down, these smudge marks started appearing all over the paper, and I'm like, what is going on? And this is. I want to say, what is the brand? They blew up. Everyone loved them because it was Arteza, whatever. I'm pretty sure it's that paper. Actually, I'm just showing you. It's from this little black notebook, and the colors sit on top. I don't know if they still do because it's been drying for a day. But,
so what was the smudge mark?
So there's that. It was okay, maybe it just takes a million years to not do it anymore. Because it dried for, I don't know, probably...
I mean, I can get some off of my finger.
That's what she said.
A little bit.
It sat for a long time. And so then I came back to write down the names, and it started just getting on my hand and transferring all over the page. Gotcha. So yeah.
You're painting with your little side hand.
So I was a little upset. It's swatch cards. I was like, oh, these are so fun. And then I was like, I hate swatching.
Well, you've got Jenna, Denise, Sadie, Andrea, Trisha.
Ooh, it's a full house.
Are around. Hi, everyone.
I mean, can you imagine if everyone was here right now? This room would be packed.
And also, it's already so hot in here.
I know.
So
I was just going to say, it's so warm. I'm like, why? We've been having such beautiful, lovely weather, and it's so hot in here right now.
I didn't even bring a coffee. I brought a giant ice water with me.
I brought a coffee, and here's my new coffee mug.
Here's my new water bottle.
Oh, my Lord. Coffee just tastes even more delicious out of a beautiful mug. Okay. So I'm thinking we're going to do...
You're channeling Martha Stewart now?
Yeah, why not?
All right, moving on.
I'm going to live a more elegant life. So we're going to draw a portrait. I'm thinking I was inspired from watching Luke Catlew and Mr. Carrington on YouTube. Because they went to the stores and they saw a bunch of autumnal stuff and they looked at wreaths and I was like, ooh, I could do a wreath necklace kind of thing, with leaves and stuff. I know, crazy original, calm down. So we'll see how that goes. I'm terrible at that kind of stuff. So hopefully it looks like it. It's not going to be detailed, whatever. I'll probably forget anyway and just do something completely different.
I think what you meant to say is, and it's going to be so beautiful and so amazing, and it's going to inspire us all to really get in that autumnal mood.
That's not even close to what I was saying. Okay.
Speaking of autumnal moods, this color scheme on this is giving me autumn vibes.
Okay, yeah, and these are the... Careful with those.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
They're colored pencils. They could break.
Oh my
goodness. Keep the cores intact. Those are my skincare magic wands from Jane Davenport. And then this is just the new set of the magic wands from Jane Davenport. And I thought I'd sketch it out in orange because why wouldn't I? Yes, I'm thinking a head up here looking this way. I never draw heads looking that way because I'm not great at it. And then a long neck, and then we'll flourish.
Every 5 sentences, you're like, I'm not great at it. I'm
good at it, but I'm not great.
Okay.
I always draw heads looking that way. Yeah, whatever.
You're an artiste.
The best.
Well, the big news in the art world is that Prismacolors are on Temu now at like
Not
half the
really,
price.
though.
But are they really Prismacolors? We don't know.
They are not. At least the one that the woman was sharing, they were not. Yeah, I'm sketching out because I never sketch out a face. I want to see if it actually helps me because I usually do guidelines and then I just end up doing my own thing anyway. And, we got like the droopy eye and wonky lips, whatever. It doesn't matter.
You just like to rush into things.
Right. So neck. So if I do her neck down this way.
Oh, she's like listening in to someone like through the vent.
Okay. Or if I do it this way, I'm trying to decide how I want to do. I can also have her hair flowing that way too.
Jenna asks, how was everyone's week?
Our week was pretty good. We went to London yesterday. Bought some more Pop Mart cutie things because it's an addiction now. But now it's scary because I've purchased 2 of the same kind. And
if you don't know, Pop Mart is like they're blind boxes. So when you get them, you don't know what's inside. So
and there's only 12.
If you want a specific character and you don't buy them all at once, there's a good chance you could get the same one.
Yeah. So now I'm scared to buy more. All right, little shoulder action. Don't need to do really any details here because we're going to have like the flourish of like leaves and twigs and little bibbly bits and stuff, autumnal things. I'm going to give her big eyes.
I'm bringing the Pop Mart things over so we can show at the end of the vlog.
Okay.
Stick around if you would like to see the Pop Mart finds at the end.
They're so beautiful.
I won't tell you if we got a repeat.
I do love the colors of like the pastel ones. I know. I was like, or maybe I did, but like beforehand, I was like, if I get a repeat, I'm gonna be like kind of bummed, but also like happy because I'll be like, twinsies, they're pretty. Like, wouldn't upset me too much. So I'm kind of thinking about as I'm drawing this, I've drawn her a few times, my little autumnal elf girl, but I don't know if I'm going to give her the twigs in the hair. I might. But she has like fun lips. She has like a bigger upper lip. But it's not quite. Yeah, I can do it. Why not?
How was everyone else's week? Did you guys get up to anything fun?
Any fun? All right. And then she'll be looking. Give her some big irises. That'll be like a splash of color. I'll probably do maybe like green or blue eyes. Maybe blue eyes because that's always really pretty with the orange.
What if you did 2 different color eyes?
The heterochromatic eyes?
Something like that.
That's what it's called. Well,
we may or may not have downloaded Baldur's Gate 3, which is a video game.
Yeah, and she's usually an elf. Should I make her an elf? Why not? We'll just give her subtle elf ears.
Jenna says, I did some painting around the house this week.
Ooh, was that the purple borders around the door? Is that what you were doing?
And now I'm prepping party favors.
Ooh.
Party favors.
There's a party and I wasn't invited. That's okay. I probably wouldn't go. Well, I'd go to Jenna's.
It's for locals only.
Yeah, I'm not much of a party person.
What would be the ideal party for Kimball? Like, what would have to be present for that to be a party?
Me, you, coffee, and some snacks. Oh. I don't know. When there's more and more people, like I get like distracted. Wait, I mean, I'm so distracted just with you in the room.
That's true.
So, 5 people in the room, I get distracted and then stimulated. And like, I start to shut down because I'm like, what's happening? Oh, breaking. Oh, fuses snapping.
Oh my God, wow. Synapses.
Yeah, basically.
Jenna says, yes, the purple border. And then Sadie says, I got a new gouache set from Himi Mia.
Ooh, Mia? Nice. Like the gooey gouache.
And it's great.
Oh, lovely.
I've been playing with it. That's fun. What was the first thing you painted?
Probably swatches.
Jenna says, it's for my crafty birthday party. We're going to jelly plate fabric and embroider.
Ooh, fun. Did the question is, though, did Noah notice the purple border? Because that was the question you posted. All right, so her hair. We've got a face happening. Okay, so the wreath. Give me just an indication of like some leaf shapes. It's going to look like fur.
Jenna says, yes, he noticed and he hates it.
Well, too bad.
It's not for you, Noah.
He loves it.
He'll get used to it.
It kind of looks like a weird fur thing, but that's fine. And then there'll be some like twigs.
Twiggy.
Okay. And hair. Last time, normally I have like the hair just turns into like little trees on her head, basically. I don't know if I want to go that route though. I don't know. We'll make it up later, but it's gonna go off in this direction. Have a nice little S shape happening.
I like the shapes.
An S shape is usually very pleasing when done right. What is that called? Composition.
I was all flow, symmetry, everything.
Yes, all of the above. Okay. I'm only kind of scared because these are new colors and I don't want to screw up totally. All right, we're going to start with this one. This is a mix of a couple of the tattoo inks, and then I think I did like Liquitex white to make it a creamier color, watered it down so it'd be a little bit thinner, and I don't know, mix other colors. Oh, see how I wrote it all down right there? It's Treasure Map, a couple drops of the purples to tone down the orangey color, and then some tattoo kink, Liquitex white, and peach pink.
So in response to Noah hates the purple border, Trisha says, I bet he'd have loved it if it was teal, Jenna.
Oh, you know what? I bet you're right. Okay, so wetting the paper. Doesn't need to be drenched. We're not like, well, I might do some wet on wet blending just to make it softer. She's going to have lots of golds and peaches, probably some pinks. I don't know. It'll probably just look like a portrait that I always do. And a little down here. Okay. I love the having the little droppers because it just makes it so much easier.
Noah claims that it looks like it belongs in a kid's room.
You know what, Noah? You belong in a kid's room. Okay.
Well, he does. He teaches kids, technically.
There you go.
Bring the work home, Noah. So today in my Facebook memories, the video that I made for the end of home tour was there. I feel like every time that comes up, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that many years has gone by. I think it was 2018 when we posted it. It feels like a lifetime ago, but also like yesterday. So for those of you who don't know, Jenna and Kimball and I were basically traveling around different cities in America every 6 weeks for like a year. We did this doing makeovers for IKEA. And Kimball didn't work for IKEA, but he might as well have.
I sure went along.
He was there for everything, basically, except for the makeovers. And every time that memory comes up, I just I get so nostalgic because it's like I don't forget about it, but it's like when it's out of mind, it's kind of not as impactful. And the video feels like a memory. Like every single clip is so potent and just like visceral in my mind. It just feels like I step back into all these moments at once. And it's very overwhelming, but such a cool thing to have. So anyway, every time I see that come up, I'm always going to share it. So every time around this time of year.
Can we just acknowledge the gloriousness of neon colors?
That's really fun.
I was kind of
using
it.
Looks like it belongs in the kids' room.
I was going to use it as her blush. It may or may not tone down as we go on. I'm not sure.
Joe King says, hi all, sorry I've missed the start. I've been in the garden making the most of the UK weather.
Oh, see, now it's hot out. So we're inside making the most of that UK weather. But, we deserve to have a couple of warm days before it's officially autumn.
I wish the 26-degree weather was outside and not inside this room right now. Getting hotter because of the giant lamp.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm still grateful for it.
Yeah. All right, going in with a darker orangey color. I don't know the names of these. I took all the names off because, I'm just looking at the colors. There's only a few of them on her site, so it's not too difficult to pick out the ones you want.
Jenna says, yay, neon.
Yes, I agree. I love neon. I mean, even when it's overdone, I still love it. Okay, calm down with your squeaky little water bottle. I need
more color
to calm that down. It's like a very harsh line.
So you think the Prismacolors on Temu are not real?
Yeah, she was holding the colors to real Prismacolors, and the painting is the paint on the actual pencil. There's a wood underlay, It's like they painted the pencils white and then painted the colors on.
Mm.
The wood looks cheaper, and the colors did not match. Some of them were a good match, but like if they blend as well as Prismacolors, I would totally get them because
Who cares?
yeah, like I have some different colors. I don't need to like have the exact same set. So, we'll see about that. Oh yeah, I can throw in some, let's bring some yellow in.
I just don't understand how they could make a fake version of that without Prismacolor being all over them.
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know how things work.
How does life happen?
I'm going to bring yellow down into the leaves right now just because it'll be the lightest color. And so I can add colors over top of that easily. For when I can like layer up oranges and browns and.
She's giving me like, did you come to destroy my forest vibes?
Well, maybe that's what she's thinking.
What was on the list to talk about today, Kimball? Did you write anything down?
No.
You were unprepared.
I know. I was just like, let's wing it. I'll make Rocky talk.
Okay, well, I saw a video about a lady who talked to a black panther and basically brought it out of its shell and solved all the problems of the people who were helping keep it safe. How's that?
Good job.
If you want more details, I'll tell you, but
no, I'm good.
I'm just going to, okay.
You already told me the story. I'm just flicking on some yellow for interest. Why not? And, getting it off my finger because I've had yellow fingers all day long.
Okay, Joe King says, hi, Jenna. Interested to see what you do with the inks, as I've just ordered some of them from Jane.
Did you get all of them, or did you just get a couple of them? I made the mistake of just ordering a couple of them at first, and then I was like, why didn't I just get all of them? I am a fool.
Well, Andrea says, I'm watching while my husband is playing doesn't I'm driving the golf cart. I know you shouldn't YouTube and drive, but I'm hopping on a golf cart doesn't count.
You're fine.
It's fine. What's the worst that could happen?
No, you're fine. Drying it just a little bit. Not going to do... If I was going colored pencils, I would dry it completely, but I just don't want it to bleed as much. Let's bring in some red.
It's like you can't even capture how neon the orange on her ear is. Like, it doesn't even show up on camera.
Well...
It's impossible.
We know. All right, going to do just a little bit of red down here.
Bippity boppity boop. Look, it looks like little
Well, it's still quite
poppies.
wet down here. And that's not what I'm going for.
Oh, okay, well. Looks like blood stain. I don't.
Yes.
Autumnal blood stains.
Who doesn't love that?
It's very pretty. Trisha says, this week I've still been playing with oil.
Oil?
As long as you don't light it.
I thought you were doing paint pouring. I mean, I saw another paint pour. I loved I think it was like a pastel purple and blue. It was really pretty. Anyway, trying to put in some harsher lines. Just because I don't know what leaves look like, and maybe I'll get that look. Where's that reference when you need one?
Joe King says, I've only ordered the original 3 to see how I get on with them.
Ah.
What are the original 3?
The original 3 are, I didn't pull them out because I didn't go, but it's Tattoo Kink, Tattoo Ink, and Neon Pink.
Oh.
Well, this color was one of them, Tattoo Pink.
Mm.
And then it's gorgeous, by the way. And then, yes, the other 2 are also gorgeous, but oh my Lord. Okay. The colors are so good. Just going to throw that out there. All right. Got something happening down there. Well, I have just like the... Oh, well, it's kind of all just dried off the brush.
Could you technically refill like a ballpoint pen with these inks?
Maybe. I mean, you could definitely put them in...
Like you could use a dip pen with them?
Or you can use like a... I keep wanting to say calligraphy pen, but
I think that's right? Calligraphy pen, dip pen, whatever you call them.
Yeah, I mean, you can use whatever, because there's not like... I probably wouldn't put them in something so fine because I don't know how. I mean, the pigment seems really fine, but I don't know. Don't break your stuff because I said you could do it.
Trisha says, ignore that. Acrylic paint pouring. I've got some new colors and I've made cells.
Well, fantastic. What are cells?
Jenna says fountain pen.
Thank you. See, she knows. My gorgeous cup. I remember when we were in the mall, I was like, I don't need any more this and that and blah, blah, blah. I have so many mugs. Yeah. And then Rocky's like, look, let's check out this. So I was like, okay. And we walked in and I saw that mug. I was like, well, Rocky, it's only 25 pounds, handmade from Japan. I need it.
handmade in Japan in Lille, France.
He was like, all right.
I didn't care.
I know. I was like, all
I
right.
just need a little couple crutches, sweetie. A little something to get me through life.
Yes. I'm going to try getting her hair in loosely with just like this brown. Well, it's like a golden brown. And maybe a little neon orange, and we'll just work with that.
What if you just did drips the whole way for her, like hair, make it look like a hairpiece? What would happen? So it just like kept bleeding out in the colors and the colors and the colors.
I mean, I need to at least keep the water on and not let the gutter get gross. Just keep that really light. That doesn't matter. I feel like I would want her hair to have more structure, but...
Oh, no, I was just curious. Have you ever done that before?
Yeah, well, I've done it on backgrounds. I haven't done it for like hair. I don't think, anyway. Just giving her a hairline. Take it to the edge.
It almost looks like she's wearing like a big hair wrap, like one of the, like a fabric hair wrap.
Mm-hmm. I always like to do a big blob of hair, and then if you just break up the edges, it gives the illusion of like flowing hair. And then obviously you can take streaks through here. They'll be subtle for now. But maybe it'll remind me to, you know, do something with her hair later. Okay.
She's beautiful.
She's beautiful. Just cleaning up some edges.
Trisha says they look great. I'm waiting for them to dry now. How long do those actually take to dry? Is it like days?
Oh yeah, we were wondering about that. We were watching some people do the paint pouring, and
I was like, ain't nobody got time to wait. I want things done now.
Like it's such a thick layer, or at least it looks like a thick layer. I would at least let it dry overnight, I'd imagine.
I love them when they're super shiny. I feel like when they're done, I'd almost want to put some kind of resin over it to make it look still glassy.
So we're not really going with leaves anymore. We're just going with like this like fur orange thing happening.
It could be embers from a fire. We don't know.
Okay, what is with you in destruction and fire?
Fire is cleansing.
I may end up like adding more details with pencils later.
Jenna says they do make refillable roller ball pens designed for bottles of ink. They make them.
Well, that's good. I'm so hot that I'm just trying to like finish my coffee so I don't keep sipping this hot liquid.
That's why I brought this ice water with me, and it's been so refreshing. If you want, I can stick the bottle on your neck.
No, I'm good, thank you. Maybe I'll. Do I want to bring the red up? Maybe I'll add some purple into the hair. I know purple and yellow can make like a very color, but like it might be pretty. So let's try it. This is like a fabulous purple though, so we're just gonna do it in the shady spots. But if I use the other purple, because this one leans towards pink, if I use the other one, it could have turned like a, I guess it would have worked. It would have been like a darker brownish kind of color.
It's like we didn't know she needed that, but she did.
I just wanted to create a little depth. Hair strands and wisps and whatnots. Trying to like see what this color looks like because I might want to do like the ear, just some shading on the ear. Start giving her some details. This ear can be in shadow. Eyebrows. A little shading under the nose. I could just shade like the whole half of her face.
I think doing the face structure helped.
What do you mean? Oh, doing the outlines or whatever?
Yeah. Because like she looks very symmetrical.
That's good. Well, I mean, she's not looking straight at you, so I don't know how symmetrical she
Well,
looks.
you know what I mean. Like her proportions look fairly accurate to a fairy.
Okay, I'll let that slide.
I remember I saw, I think it was a National Geographic back in the day my grandpa had, and it was, I don't remember what tribe it was, but it was a specific tribe in Africa, and they would basically elongate their necks.
Oh yeah, with the gold rings.
Yes, and their necks were like 1.5 times longer than a normal person's neck, it felt like.
Yeah.
And I was like, how does that actually work with the spine?
I don't know. I wonder if it just, I mean, obviously it pulls it, like separates it. So
Yeah, I don't know. Does like the cartilage just grow, or does like
I'm really
I
scared
don't
of
know.
like my nerve getting hit, but I mean, maybe you never take the necklace off. So I don't know, but yeah, I would definitely want that extra protection there.
Trisha says that they dry in about 48 hours, the paint pours. And then she also says, oh my, that's a gorgeous color.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's so pretty.
Whatever this combination is that happened is so pretty.
The pink?
Yeah.
Well, it's like a purpley pink. I feel like I should use a palette to mix some colors and dilute them, but oh well, there's one right here, so I will. I was like, but why would I? But I mean, they're since it's so close. Okay, they're all filthy. Whatever. I'm gonna use that same purple and use it for some shading, but I only need like a drop.
It's that potent.
Well, I'm gonna dilute it with just some water.
A pipette.
I have no idea. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so let's do a little shading, some hard shadows. I'm gonna try and soften. I don't like the hard shadow look. Just try and soften that a little bit. It's like sometimes I can't tell if it's just wet paper or if I'm adding more color to it. I could probably use this to shade this half of the face.
We're having a dilemma at the residence where
I was totally just thinking about it.
we have there's a trash area, and we all have our individual trash cans, and someone has filled our trash can with all of their things, and so we couldn't put our trash out. So I just had to kind of set it out next to our trash can because there's 2 empty trash cans. So what would you guys do? Would you put your trash in someone else's trash can and just continue the cycle, or would you just put it outside your trash can on the ground? I also opened all the trash cans to see who had black garbage bags, and no one did.
Did you look at the one that's right over there?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's who I think it is.
Oh, okay. Well, we think we know who it is.
I'm pretty sure because they have the most people that come to their house, and they always cook big meals, and like it's
put their trash in our trash can.
Like it's fine. They've been parking in our parking space.
Neighbors, am I right, girls?
Ugh. Yeah, it's frustrating.
Whatever, worst thing could happen.
No. This is the absolute worst. Anyway, just bringing this pink over all these leaves over here because I'm going to pretend like they're in shadow. Plus, it just adds a little more interest.
Could really raise some interest there.
It's Debbie. Was that Debbie too? Because there's another one. It's like, it's gross, Debbie.
Yes, there's Will and Grace, and then there's French and Saunders.
Yeah. So I'm just going to add some little bits. I don't know what I'm doing with the leaves. I'm not a florally leafy person, but we can get the idea. Maybe they are just glamorous, fabulous furs.
Glamorous!
Fabulous! All right. Well, now I'm going to spill this. Let's put this somewhere where I'm not going to dump it all over the place. Oh, I could have done like pink all along, like just the whole edge pink. Ooh.
You know what you need to do is you need to have a piece of paper that you don't have to do this on it. You can just keep it here and use it as a swatch.
Did I ruin your life?
No, I'm just saying.
Well, the thing is that I would have to rip off a piece of this paper because as we learned at the beginning of the video, things look different on different papers.
Yeah.
So I would have to like rip out paper from the back. Don't make me tear up my beautiful sketchbook.
Okay.
All right. So her eye, back to me. Her eye is going to be blue. This gorgeous, gorgeous blue. And I am a little terrified. I squoze everything out of this. And we just need the dots. She's done.
She looks great.
Just wanting to color the whole circle in blue.
Trisha says, "Oh, that is a dilemma. Nothing worse than selfish neighbors."
Yeah, I've been kind of irritated by selfish people lately. We went to take our trash to the recycling, like the public recycling at the grocery store, and they've already taken 2 of them away.
One was like plastic and whatever.
They took that away a long time ago.
Then they had glass. They took that one away, and so they left just cardboard. But no one puts cardboard in it.
It's full of trash, and there's been like a mattress thrown in it. Today it was filled with styrofoam. I'm just like, why are you so lazy? Literally, you can drive 1 mile to the actual recycling center and drop all your trash and recycling for free. So I'm just so irritated.
Trisha says you need to set up a trash camera. Has that happened before?
Yeah, we've had people throw trash in our trash bin and our recycling.
I mean, it's like par for the course. If you're in a big community, like sometimes people will just open like whatever bin and throw shit in. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
But the fact that they filled it up, I was like, oh, that is it.
Yeah, I've let it slide before because they were like half empty. Like our bin was half empty, so I was like, it's fine. But like trash day isn't until Friday and it's full, so I'm just like, so
what people?
That's it. We're moving.
That'll solve all of our problems.
Yes, it won't happen anywhere else. So neon pink on her lips and stuff, or should I like not? What do I do?
Joe King says, wait till it's dark, then put the bin bags in an empty bin.
I know. Well, there's like there's not cameras, there's lights set up all around the trash cans.
Yeah, you can't get close. Well, I mean, we could try. Stealth.
Oh, I mean, fun game for you to play tonight. So yellow. I just want the tiniest bit. Okay, that's a lot.
Looks like she's like spitting out some gum.
We're gonna I just wanted a little bit in the center. And then I was going to kind of fade it out. But I put a lot on, so it kind of just colored her lips yellow. That's all right.
It's fine. It's cute. She went to Claire's.
And that's how you know you're at the mall.
Every time Kimmel and I go like somewhere and there's a Claire's, we always go, that's how you know it's a mall. I have no idea why. I didn't realize there were Claire's here in the UK till we got here. And I was like, what?
Your mind was like so blown.
It's global.
I am going to...
Not that I've been to a Claire's since 1997, but still.
I don't know if I've ever really gone to Claire's. I'm going to add a drop of this purple to my...
Claire's is like where everyone went for their first piercing.
I went to the mall, but I was at a kiosk because my friend... Or no, maybe I did get it pierced at Claire's.
Of course you did.
1 drop.
1 drop ahead of the pink. Oh, there you go.
Didn't want to put it on that paper.
No, I mean, you've already ruined it, so.
Ruined?
Might as well.
Ruined it. Oh, I think it's beautiful. Anyway, it's going to use that for some shading in the eyes. I'm just going cool tones in the eyes since there's so much warmth happening. You can kind of get away with doing... That's a lot. I need to like dab. Or I'm trying to just add some cool tones by doing the shading in some cooler colors. But it's still subtle. It's not... I'm not going crazy with the shading. Can even push this back a little further. I also bought my friend Joelle's collected edition of Wonder Girl. Because I told her I wasn't going to buy the individual ones just because I don't have the room for it. So now I've got the collected edition so I can finally read it. And if you're wondering what that is, it's this. So super excited. And yeah, she's an amazing artist. Like gorgeous. Can we all just like appreciate? Well, that's not hers. Oh, well, some of it is. But there's other artists that draw on here too. But absolutely am in love.
It takes place in Boise, Idaho.
It doesn't take place there.
Well, some of it.
I don't know about that.
Well, she's from there. How's that?
Okay. Yeah, I think Yara grew up in Boise. I haven't read it yet, so shh, don't tell me.
Oh my God. Spoilers.
All right. We might get started with the pencils.
Jenna asks, is 90s fashion making a comeback here in the UK? I was at Target yesterday and it was very 90s.
Uh,
I feel like fashion is all over the place right now. I feel like it's some episode of Doctor Who where he keeps flashing through different time periods.
yeah, I don't know. I have been seeing all sorts of stuff. I think last summer was definitely like season of the how high can I shove my pants up my butt crack.
That's every season.
I haven't really seen it that much this year though.
The big fashion trend I've seen this year is people wearing sweaters that are just like plain Gildan sweaters in that like green screen color that you would use for film.
Yeah.
I've seen that color on so many different dresses and shirts, and it's like that weird Kelly green color. Like it's fine, but it's just all over the place. And I just want to superimpose things over it.
I should actually darken these up quite a bit. They have, a shadow across them. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the background. I feel like she needs some kind of something happening. I could do blue and make it like super.
Jenna says, this was very 10 Things I Hate About You and Xenon.
Xenon. Oh my god, I don't know if I've ever watched that. I've just seen it numerous times. Is it like the Xenon? What's the one that's 2023 or something? Or was it 20?
What?
Oh, I can't remember.
What's happening? Maybe the heat's getting to you.
Oh, it's so warm in here. Where am I? Who am I?
First.
All right, well, let me turn on this nice hot heater and dry this. Trying to see. There's like this dot of water that has been there for like ever. It's gone now.
You did it.
I might do the
Xenon Girl of the 21st century.
21st. Yes. Okay, it is that. Okay. Yeah.
Well,
I wasn't crazy.
If you go to Target and the fashion looks like Blossom, then I think we might have an issue.
Oh, I miss Target.
I was like, are you going to say Blossom or Target? What are we doing?
Blossom was fine. I never watched the whole thing. I definitely had a crush on
Joey.
Joey, yeah.
Whoa.
So do I do a circle? Do I do just like blue?
Circle beats square.
I thought I would add green into it, but I didn't. But this color, the color of her eyes. Could do that. Or maybe I'll just do like just blue here and have like a weird circle thing happening and not do like a full circle around her. How does that sound?
You're the artist.
Well. All right.
And I trust your judgment.
I picked out this color because it looked blue. And it is blue. Well, that's happening now. We've decided. Thank you all for your opinion on helping me make this decision.
Trisha says, I stopped following fashion a long time ago.
I know. I'm like, I think it's so funny when you watch like the what not to wear, and like those people now like get annoyed at themselves for what they said then because they were like, dress your age, blah, blah, blah. And now that they're like in their 50s and 60s, they're like, I'm going to dress however I want, blah, blah, blah. I can't believe I used to tell people to dress their age.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, dress however you want.
There's an episode of Miranda where she's like making fun of one of those shows, and she walks up to someone and she's like, hi. She's like, well, I wouldn't wear that, but are you comfortable? And she's like, yeah. She's like, do you like it? And the lady's like, yeah. She's like, good. Wear that then.
Yep. All right, let's just put the blue in. We're going blue because it complements the orange. And I just splashed it on her neck. It's like I could add some blue into the shading if I really wanted to. It's like I kind of want to, but I probably won't. I had some people ask me about doing the gesso with the colored pencil on top, so I'll probably do that next week.
And you were like, I gesso.
Oh my gosh. Although I have heard other people pronounce it gesso, like from Europe. So which one's, how do you pronounce it? Or is it both?
It's anyone's guess.
I mean, I'm going to say it's, oh my God. You just shush it. I'm shushing you. Listen, I was trying so hard to not mess up my circle, and then blah, blah, blah.
Well, you could just make it uneven. It could be like a water circle.
Okay, well.
Or not. Even perfect. Don't you
All
get
right.
crazy around her neck like that.
All right. Calm down. Everyone just calm down. We're drawing. I'm wondering if I should... I'll do her eyes with colored pencil. I brought up the Magic Wand colored pencils. I've been using the Skincare Magic Wand colored pencils. I've been using those a lot lately. Keep them downstairs next to the sofa for all my sofa needs. Is that journal up here? I can just show you. Well, I'll show you in a sec what I'm talking about with the gesso.
Joyful?
Gesso. Give it a good dry. We're going in with pencils. It's so hot, but we're dealing. Oh my god, I'm so
That's not what I
tempted.
was thinking about.
I'm not talking about you. I'm just looking at
Sorry.
I'm
Okay.
sweating. I was like, should we just open the door? But there's so many spiders.
But they're our friends, Kimball.
No, they're
Let's
not.
say hi.
There is a little jumping spider downstairs that we tried to save twice, and it jumped into like this little floor mat thing that we have. So it's like the size of a pinhead.
Our neighbors that just chilling with this car. We probably never talked about it.
Ooh, which neighbor?
The new neighbor.
Oh, we have a new neighbor. I think his name's Joe.
What do you know, Joe?
All right, got that done. Hi, sweating buckets.
Don't you feel accomplished already?
No, I feel hot. All right. Oh, I just want to dump these out.
Trisha says I say gesso, same as you, but it just says gesso, so I don't know what. Gesso.
It's just a gesso.
Joe King asks, have you always been able to draw, or is it something you learned over the years? Sorry to ask, but I'm new to your channel.
Oh, hey, welcome.
Welcome.
I started drawing, like I would look at, the drawing journey began when I was young, but...
Show with your hands, Kimball.
Young. I don't know. When I got into comics, I would trace comics when I was a kid, and then that kind of probably created muscle memory. And then I was very good at just like copying other people's art. Like I can look at other people's art and replicate it, or at least get close to it. And then eventually, after doing that for many years, like my style just kind of came from there. And then I started drawing like comics, and I started doing like really cartoony stuff. And then now I'm starting to do I'm in like the mixed media portrait phase of my art
for the past like 4 years.
Yeah. I mean, I drew comics for 20 years, 15 years, whatever. So, it comes and goes. And then like on occasion, I'll draw like cartoony little things. But yeah, I was going to show you this real quick. This is kind of what we're going to be doing next week. Not that. Not that. Nope. These kinds of things is kind of what we'll do next week. Will they turn out as good? Probably not, but we're sure going to try. I don't know. I was trying to use colors that I didn't use recently, and I didn't love it, but
I thought it was gorgeous.
The green one, which I don't love because I think green is one of my least favorite colors, but it's also like a color that I love because I love all colors.
It's the color of the world.
Right. And that's probably why,
because you see it all the time.
Yeah, grass, trees. Same with blue, like sky, water. Like I see it all the time. So I'm like, it's boring.
You want things that you can't always see.
Right, like neon orange. So pulling out some colors for the eyes. Anyway, so as I was drawing, my style just kind of developed, and I just drew more and more, and I really enjoyed it, and I did it every day, and that's kind of just how that happened. I didn't go to college. I had like, art classes in school, but I didn't have like professional training outside of junior high and high school. So yeah, just keep drawing and you'll get to where you want to be. All right. I don't know if I probably won't go this dark. Can't tell. Might be more of this shade. I say this every time I work in this book, that I don't love the texture with pencils, but like, here we are.
Well, it's because what are you going to do with all the other elements you used?
Right.
You don't want to do it on smooth paper necessarily.
I'm just going to press harder and smudge it together. And kind of just mix colors, whatever. Add a little pink around like her waterline, tear duct. It can blend into the eye a little. Come back in and soften it with the white. Pastelize it just a touch. And then keep this at hand just in case I need it. Let's do a dark blue lash line.
It reminds me of like she is the sun and the moon's coming out behind her. It's like they're exchanging places. That could be a cool painting too. It could be like two faces. Like you could have like this is the sun and then the moon is another woman behind her coming around.
Yeah, you do that. Show me.
No, I don't want.
Well then. Give my pencil a little sharpen. I get worried sharpening my pencils because I use so many different sharpeners that they all have different points.
What's the point?
So I get afraid of breaking them, but they all seem to be doing quite well. On occasion, I get a broken one. All right. Your bottle is so squeaky.
Yeah.
Sorry if my head gets in the way. I'm trying to like...
It's fine. It's just your glasses.
It won't cost much. Just your voice. Oh my god, that's coming out like on streaming this week.
Is it?
Or so. It comes out on the 6th, I think.
Little Mermaid live action.
I haven't seen it yet.
I want to see the new Indiana Jones, but I don't think it's going to be on streaming for free for quite a while.
Yeah, that's too red, I think. Better. Just going to darken in her eyelid line a little. And then we'll take like, I don't know, just like a pale yellowish color, clean the tip because it looked a little dirty. And we'll
Sadie says she's pretty.
Oh, thanks. Makeup by Kimball. Soften that up just a little bit, but now it looks all washed out. A lot of back and forth. It's like maybe I'll just have to live with, you know, the texture. Anyway, I just wanted to do that before I did some more lashy lashes. I never really do lashes like over the top. Like a lot of people do like the lash everywhere. But I think because of the comic book artist in me, I usually just keep lashes to the outer edge. I used to do it like I used to do lashes and like this. I used to just do like one big clump and then maybe like that. Because it just made it easier. But
Feels very Egyptian.
Yeah. It did look a lot like eyeliner, and that's not what I was going for because all my girls kind of looked goth, but only a couple of my characters were goth. I need to make sure the lashes kind of go the same direction. All right, maybe I'll use this for other things too. Why not? All right, I'm gonna grab this again. Keep it here for just a smidge because I got all of my colors in here that I want to just oomph up the color on her lips. I can probably do this next. Lovely. And where did you go, my lovely? I want to know. Just do a little white highlights.
Felicity says, oh, wow, I've never caught a live before. Hi from Seattle.
Well, hey, and welcome. Ooh, I used to live in Bellevue.
Welcome to Felicity from Seattle. Take Yama's Corner.
This or segment. Let's find out. Where's that paper? Just for the lip line. I don't want to go too dark. I think the red will take it too red. Okay, maybe neither of those. That's a nice in between. Give you a touch of sharpening. I wonder what our neighbors are thinking when they can hear us. Because, like, literally, there's a window and it goes right to their front door.
They're probably just like, wow, they are gay.
gay. Yeah, well, what are you going to do?
They went there talking about Claire's and singing.
Singing is definitely a part of our life. I'm just doing this to define the dark areas. Not really going to use it to shade.
Felicity said that just made my day.
Aw, that's good. I'm happy now. I mean, I was happy before, but I'm even happier.
Jenna says, hi, Felicity, welcome. And then a bunch of little hearts started going up.
Oh, that's the love. Share the love. That is way too dark. Trying to just find a line, something to do some line work around her, which I could probably just, I could probably just use that. I don't need to go all out. And I might actually use the orange again too for like her skin tone lines.
Did you collect all your pencil shavings?
No.
Put them in a cauldron, boil them down.
I remember I used to keep like, because I had this one pencil sharpener that like it didn't have a case to hold the shavings. So I think it was actually this one, like the top broke off. So I used to just keep all the shavings like in a Ziploc bag so they didn't go everywhere. And when we were on home tour, like one of your friend, co-worker, whatever, Jesse was like, why are you shaving, or why are you saving all these shavings? I was like, I just don't know where to put them right now. I'm not saving
Girl,
them.
don't question me.
I am an artist. I will glue them onto something
you
later.
You made up some like really crazy story.
I was tempted, but I didn't. I'm just darkening some spots with this. Whenever I do skin lines, I don't like to do the whole line dark. Same with like if you're just inking with a black pen. I don't like to keep it one like, I don't know what that is. I don't want to do like a line like that if I'm inking with a black pen. Like I'll do a line like that, but then I'll come back in and give it some line weight. It's just more interesting to make a little bit thicker, thinner. And usually when you're like going...
Can I see that?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Usually when you're going like under something, I make it a little bit thicker because it helps create the illusion of like it's casting shadow. So like I'll do a darker line on the inside of her ear and shade that out a little bit.
What is this? Overseas illness call?
Dark
for help
there.
or advice?
Oh, if we go overseas, it was insurance.
Oh, from when? How long ago was that from?
A week ago.
Oh, gotcha.
This is when I was looking up insurance stuff.
Oh.
So anyway, yeah, just do like the darker lines in the darker areas. Like under here where it's like behind some leaves, and then it comes out and her neck is like exposed to light. So, don't have to darken that. Do the bottom side of the nostril darker. Do the nostril holes darker. It just creates like its own little interest and depth and whatever. And the side can actually all kind of be darkened in just because it is all in shadow.
Jenna's old friend, coworker.
Just ask Maria.
My God.
These are my coworkers.
Oh, we were in Boston, and like the NPR came over and was interviewing us because we were like the first ones to set up the tent because the fireworks are in the late evening and we came like early in the morning to get a spot. And this lady comes up and interviews us, and she's interviewing one of our friends, Maria, who's also a coworker. And she's like, "Oh, are these your friends?" And Maria's like, "No, they're my coworkers." And we're like, "Oh, okay."
You're like, well,
thanks, Maria.
If that's how that's going to be. Oh my God, now I'm like, thanks, Marie Calendar.
The best part about that whole day was we set up early so we could have a perfect view of the fireworks because someone said, "Oh, this is the great place to sit." And Maria just wanted to see fireworks so damn bad. And then when the fireworks started going off, they were in a completely different area. So Marie just picked up her stuff and started walking back to the car. She was so annoyed.
She was like, "I'm done."
Oh my God.
I stayed home and watched them on TV.
I mean, it wasn't as bad as like Burning Man, but.
Well.
Have you heard about this?
I've heard of Burning Man.
They basically declared it a national disaster because of all the rains and people are like told to shelter in place.
Oh.
So there's like 75,000 people just stuck in the desert.
Well, that's awful.
Yeah.
I did not know.
It is awful.
That is another one of those things that I wouldn't go to.
And they called FEMA in. I don't know why exactly. And there was a rumor going around that like the Ebola plague was going around and that's why they were keeping everyone in place. I'm like, oh my God, you guys.
I mean, stranger things have happened.
They better not have Ebola at Burning Man. Are you kidding me?
I don't know what goes on there.
I mean, if there was going to be anywhere where it did happen, I guess.
All right, I'm going to use the blue for her nostrils just to help them stand out a little bit more. And maybe just bring it in here just a little bit.
Trisha says, "Okay, I've just fed my cat and she was rejecting my food choice for her."
Rude.
Have you tried telling your cat that this is all we have right now? I'm very sorry, but that you're going to just have to deal with it.
Give her some outline to her eyes. Give her a pupil. And weirder pupil. shading from the eyelid. Just kind of bring it down into the eye. All right, and then get a different color of blue. And work with that.
Jenna was mentioning that FEMA won't be able to get in there because no one can get in or out because of all the mud.
Oh, that's sucky.
Yeah. But I saw someone post, I was watching TikTok and someone posted from TikTok and they were like, it's not as bad as it's being made out to seem. She's like, we have plenty of food and water. So we're just basically living like a very light version of life right now. And we're just kind of doing nothing all day. So hopefully they're fine.
Isn't that kind of what you do at Burning Man? I really have no idea what goes on at Burning Man.
No, there's a bunch of different like events, and I think they have like concerts now and like different sculptures. And at the very end, I think they burn the big Burning Man sculpture.
That sounds.
I've never been. I've just like seen bits and bobs.
That's not my jam, but fun for whoever goes if that's your thing. I'm more of a comfort of my own home kind of guy.
Yeah, no, if anyone ever told me that you were at Burning Man, I'd be like, what has he done with
like,
my husband?
You're like, oh no, that doesn't happen. Gonna amp up the pink just a little bit.
Trisha says her cat's ignoring her. She's not listening to reason.
Well, I think it'd be like when I was a kid. It's like, well, if you don't eat what I made, then you're just gonna go hungry.
Trisha, have you tried saying, I love you?
Oh my god.
Here, kitty.
I'm gonna do kind of a brown. I don't know how I want to do leaves. Or if I should just leave that effect. Should I just leave it alone?
Oh, Kimball.
Although I
don't believe you.
Oh my god. I do have like twigs and things happening. I don't know. We'll just have some stuff going on. Why not?
It's whatever you want it to be. You're the artist.
That's right.
Just draw one really, really detailed leaf and then like don't do any other ones like you gave up.
Yeah, I don't.
And just put like times 20 next to it.
I think people will totally get that.
Okay, well, I mean, that could be a whole art style. You could do like some like really beautiful thing and then the rest of it could just be crap and you could just write like times 20 next to like the thing that was really good. I'd buy that. Flitzy says, I think you can't take money and everyone just trades stuff with each other. Like if you cook it for me, I'll juggle for you for a while.
I am not bringing everything I own so I can get a snack at Burning Man. Like, I'm not taking all my art supply. Yeah, no, that's not for me.
The lady said that everyone kept talking about taking all their clothes off and running through the mud. So I don't know if that's going to happen or not.
I mean, I'd get my camera out for that. Mm-hmm. It reminds me of like the naked bike ride in Portland. Mm-hmm. I'm just adding colors. I don't know.
That's cool. I like it. It reminds me of like old Vogue magazines when they would draw dresses, parts of dresses and stuff.
Usually it was like a big like black flourish of ink and then like simplified face and stuff.
Trisha says her cat's gone out now. She probably went out to eat a mouse.
Yo. Like, don't eat that. Putting those aside, I'm gonna grab
There's a lot of nutrients in a mouse. I don't know from personal experience.
I don't know why you said that with such confidence.
Well, there's a lot of liquid, so they can get hydrated.
They're like this big.
Yeah, but they have a lot of blood.
Juicy. I liked.
These are the things we like to talk about on Kimball's channel.
And the waterline, catching some. She's got moist eyes.
Jenna says that mud is supposed to cause chemical burns. Why? What have they done to the mud? Is it just like some kind of mineral that's in there?
What mud are we talking about?
Burning Man, like all the mud that's there. I saw people walking through it in bare feet.
Well, it's definitely not a for me thing.
I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people regretting their choices after this event's done.
Do I add little like stringies around her neck?
Trisha says, sounds like Glastonbury to me, but without the Burning Man. You know what the craziest event I've ever seen is that one, it's somewhere here in the UK, and they chase the cheese wheel down the hill. Have you guys seen this?
I have.
And they just start running down a hill. It's like a steep hill, and they just run full force after this cheese wheel. There's no hope of them catching it.
You don't know.
And then people just start tumbling down the hill like they don't even care about the fact that they could break something. It's like you took any fear of injury away from humans and just said, run down the hill.
Yeah, that is not for me.
It is crazy. I'm like, what? Oh my God, Kimball, it's such a bold choice just out of nowhere.
I know. I was a little freaked out doing it.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
So much friction on the paper, it starts on fire.
You gotta trust your gut.
Trust my gut, the gut that like is constantly wanting to eat. Although except for today, I was like, what the heck? I had some yogurt and coffee. What did I have for breakfast? Oh, hash. I made like a yummy hash.
Jenna says, but it's cheese.
I know, I'd run after it.
I mean, if I was on a diet and I couldn't eat cheese for a year, maybe.
Who does not eat cheese for a year besides?
Maybe that's what they do. They're like, you can't eat cheese for a whole year, and then they're like, here's the cheese, and they like, throw it down a hill, and everyone's like, Garrett,
Garrett. I think there needs to be like pops of yellow in this. Just like nothing over the top, just some marks. I think it's because there's yellow in the leaves down below, but I didn't add it anywhere else.
What if this was just a giant cloak that was like blowing up through there?
Maybe it is. That's yeah.
But this is the only part you can see.
Yeah.
It was like, don't make me do more work. What if you just did one stroke and it ruined the entire piece, Kimball? What would you do?
Wouldn't be the first time. There's been times where I get so close to the end, I'm like, this is great. And I'm like, oh, but I could really add like this beautiful contrasting color to it. And then it just looks awful. And I'm like, well, that goes in the sketchbook, not for anyone else to ever see. A little more yellow in those lips. Add a little yellow to, oh, no, that's dull compared to the neon orange. My mistake.
Trisha says cheese rolling, and then Joe King says, is that the Gold Hill in Shaftesbury? I know they do a race with cheese on it. It's not far from me in Dorset.
Huh. I have no idea where it takes place, but yeah, it's hilarious. And I'm like, I get a little freaked out watching the people when they start like falling. Some of them like legit just they fall from the beginning and then you just slide down the whole hill.
Or tumble just head over foot, like the whole way down. I'm like, how are they alive?
Yeah, I'm like, how are
that event and then also the Turkish oil wrestling? Those are the two things I was like, is this real?
I could watch the Turkish oil.
Well, obviously.
That is something I can get behind.
If you haven't looked into that, you should just Google that right now.
I mean, unless
stop everything you're doing except for watching Kimball's Corner and do that.
Unless you're not into like hot guys wearing leather and they're all greased up.
Just like the novelty.
Yeah.
Not to disrespect. I'm sure it's like a very, like people practice for it and all that. It's just like, it's so interesting.
Yeah. The first time I saw it, I was like, wait, did I click on the right thing?
Like, I love that it exists. That people are like comfortable enough with their sexuality to do something like that.
I mean, it's not about sex.
No, I know, but like,
for them,
can you imagine that happening in America?
No.
Maybe with a very specific demographic, but it probably already does happen with a very specific demographic. But I mean, like as a sport.
Yeah. I think she's done.
She's so pretty. Oh, Kimball.
Look at her.
All right, now I gotta take the camera down as you put stuff away. So I gotta change the settings here. 1 second, guys.
Change the settings. Please go back downstairs by the sofa.
Entertain this camera.
Let me entertain you.
Camera's down. 1 second.
Well, that was very quick. I'm glad. I'm like dying of heat.
It's so
am I
hot in
pink?
Here. All right, let's see the piece. No, you're fine.
I'm always pink.
Oh, Kimball.
Yeah, baby.
Another one for the fridge.
I don't think it's for the fridge anymore.
Oh, well. What if we get a Smeg fridge?
I would never cover up a Smeg fridge.
Why?
Because they're so cute.
Okay, well, at least the side of it.
It depends on what color it is. If it's pink or creamy yellow.
All right, how do you feel about her?
I feel good.
Let's get in close for the close-up.
I definitely like the eyes.
Okay, well, there they are.
She's upside down for everybody.
I know, but still, I like the little earrings.
So we can show off the cute things now.
I like this part here. That's my favorite part. I'm just kidding.
We got that one.
All right, so this is from is it called the Pop
Mart?
Pop Mart.
I'm obsessed.
But set it back down. There we go.
I was just kind of angling it towards the light so you can see it a little better.
Very cute. Okay. And then you have this little guy here who's like got a fish bowl head. He put a plastic back. I thought it was funny. I'm going to
guess the fish popped out of the back.
Because, yeah, like you can see right here.
And now he's holding it.
I guess. Okay. Set him down for a second. Like, there we go.
And then this little dude he's got a dog on his head, and then it's Cerberus, and he's got two little dogs.
This was the one I wanted too, so I was so happy when we picked this out, and this is the one that came out.
Hugs them, but it's not going to sit upright. You stay like that. He's like hugging the little doggies.
And his hair is a dog too.
Yeah.
It's part 3 of 1 of 3.
So super cute.
Very cute. You should draw her. She's so cute.
Okay, maybe. That'll be like alone time because I'm going to be super paranoid about it.
I don't think we can afford to go back to that store anymore. Sadie says, glad I didn't miss a stream for once.
Yeah, me too. Welcome.
You know what I'm just noticing in the background is your little doorstop that's a kitty.
Got a problem. Yeah, anything else we want to share before
I don't know.
farewell?
Is there?
I don't.
Is there?
No, I mean, here's like a good view of my cup.
Okay, yes. We don't have snacks anymore, but we can show you a new cup every once in a while.
It is beautiful.
It's kind of like a matte finish with a navy blue background, and then I think it's just the regular pottery. Oh, girl, is that part of the artwork now, Kimball? You gonna paint that in? Whoopsies.
No. Well, it's not. Well, because I'm like, it's not navy blue.
Are you just gonna let it sit there along with this other pink mark here?
Oh, jeez.
Maybe that could be part of like.
It's watercolor paper. It's gonna come right off.
Okay.
Like, calm down. Yeah, it's gonna smell.
Well, joking. Thought it was funny.
At least if it was on this side, I would be a little upset. On that side, I don't care.
Can we appreciate their name is joking, by the way?
Are you joking?
Are you joking?
Right.
Are you joking?
Do you get that a lot?
Sadie says, "Oh no."
Oh, it's fine.
Oh my.
It's just art.
All right, arty farty. What do you want to do now?
I want to go sit in front of a fan in my underwear.
Okay, well, we can't do that on camera. So, everyone, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, you guys. Appreciate it. Yeah, we'll be. Oh my God, pores.
Okay.
We'll be back next week with the gesso, those thingies right there, and these colored pencils on top. It's kind of what we did today, except it'll be a lot more colored pencil heavy. I just do like a colorful splotchy background, and then I do a face on top.
Fun.
I do that a lot, but I had a lot of people asking questions, so it makes me think there's a lot of new people in the group, so that's exciting.
And
so, yes,
welcome.
And welcome. So yes, like, subscribe. That's a cool thing to do, right? I know how to do things.
Kimball's like a regular business person.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sweating. I'm sorry, guys. So we're gonna go.
Okay,
love
Kimball,
you all.
Give us a sign off music. Here we go.
We're gonna go because it's hot. I'm over it. I know you're not, but it's time to go. Wow, wow. Wow, wow.